Nice.
All right.
I like it. Good morning. Welcome to the podcast.
The inaugural podcast.
We do have an official name, but we'll keep that secluded right now.
Oh, jeez.
Until we get it solid. So right now, you are in the CDS Tech Lab. I am Bushan Baldwin. I guess we'll start first with introductions. I'll introduce myself. I am Bushan Baldwin. I am your tech support / AV analyst here at CDS.
And I wish I had a slash.
I have been here for about 9 months amongst these great gentlemen here. So I will let them go ahead and introduce themselves, and we'll start here to my right.
All right, to the right is me, Richard Willoughby. I am the new network analyst or admin, I should say. I been here, like Sean said, 9-10 months. We are trying to get this IT department off the ground, spreading the knowledge, connecting people with information that's valuable, and happy Friday.
Awesome.
All right. I am Jim Poulin. I am currently the instructional technology coach. Next year, title will be, ready for it?
Ready.
System administrator. So I'll administer all the systems. That's what I'll be doing.
Awesome.
This is my 10th year here at CDS. So I guess I'm a little bit of an OG, but not as long as some others here. But happy to be doing this.
Awesome.
Sean came up with, hey, let's do a podcast, and here we are, man.
Let's have some
fun. Made this happen.
Yes. So we figured the biggest thing for us was trying to figure out, okay, what can we start to talk about? I would say for the past couple of weeks, we've been pushing two-factor authentication for Google. So we're going to kind of touch on that today, talk about the importance of it, and go over some stats here in regards to where we stand at as a school with our Google protection. So we're going to talk about two-factor today. And I wanted to kind of throw the question at Richard and see if he could explain what two-factor is and kind of give some benefits, maybe 1 or 2 points as to why multi-factor authentication is important.
So why is two-factor authentication important? Well, where do I start? So looking at some of the numbers here at CDS, there's some passwords out there, students, teachers, staff, that are weaker than we recommend. So we all can agree, I think, in the U.S. and the world today, Google accounts open doors for many other accounts in your life. Definitely. I don't know about you, Bushan, but I use Google to authenticate other accounts of mine, whether it's a bank, insurance, and hackers know this too. So They're coming after my Google account to be able to get everything else in my life. With that being said, back to those with weak passwords. So what if I told you just because your password was known, somebody still could not get into your account? They would have to do or have something else or know something else besides your password. So when it comes to two-factor, or also synonymous with multi-factor, there's 4 basic criteria. You have something you know, which is something we're familiar with. That's a known password. You could have something you are, that's biometrics, fingerprints, face that you use on your phone probably every day. Don't think anything of it. The next 2 that may be more unknown is going to be something you have, which could be physical key, dongle, USB, or you have something what did I say? Sorry. Have, know, are, and do. So something you do would be like the old school putting a pattern on your phone, or
I remember that. It's a throwback.
Or signing a check qualifies, things like that are credentials. And so multi-factor, to bring it back to what we're doing here, is for those with weak passwords or just having a passwords isolated. The multi-factor aspect, we're going to add an additional layer of something you have, which is your phone, and it's going to provide a PIN. You put it in, and you have another layer to protect your Google account.
Okay, so do I have to do this every single time I sign in, or is this, or every time I check my email? Is this something that our faculty and staff will have to do?
Good question.
Yeah.
So, no, actually, surprising as it may be, you set it up once. Typically, it's going to prompt you, hey, do you want to remember this device? I'm sure you've seen it in your personal lives on a couple of devices, your phone primarily usually. Mm-hmm. But you set it up once, you do have to authenticate with the additional layer, hence the multi-factor. But once you set it up and you remember this device, so long as you're probably on campus using your same work-issued laptop, you will probably never experience any hassle or any additional time wasted or having to do it again and again.
Let me throw a question in there. What's the security risk difference between me trying to protect my information at home compared to a school environment when you're working with different networks and you're working with servers and you're working with multiple people compared to me just trying to, create a safe password and maybe turn on two-factor authentication at home, like on my home network compared to a school network? Can you kind of touch on some of the risks that a school environment may face that could be different from your personal?
Well, yeah. So the school is going to have access to everything you would at home, just on a larger scale, right? So you still have access to probably bank accounts when it comes to what our systems have at admissions. Mm-hmm. You have health records, mm-hmm. social security numbers. Mm-hmm. So the threat is the same, mm-hmm. but the difference is in cybersecurity, there's a term called attack surface. So when you have, 2,500 different users, mm-hmm. as opposed to maybe 5 to 10 at home, there's your answer.
Yeah. And I think probably to circle back around to two-factor as well, like I got an email from a teacher the other day, and she was asking, could she do it at home if she could sign into her school account at home and set up her two-factor. That should be good to do, right? It shouldn't make a difference no matter where she signs in and wants to set up that two-factor. She can do that at home. She doesn't necessarily have to be on our school network or anything or sign into our network to be able to do that.
No, she could. The only caveat or the one issue that may arise is if she sets it up initially at home, mm-hmm. and the first time or very soon after she starts using it and logging in, if she doesn't remain logged in from home, if she does use it on school's campus, she probably will have to do it again because of geofencing in your location. So that's something kind of Google does by itself. It's native to Google. It's an extra security layer that if you use an app or try to sign into Google at a different location than your normal activity, mm-hmm. it's going to sense that, it's going to know that, and it's going to say, hey, are you really who you say you are?
Yeah, and we've all seen are you trying to sign in? If you try to sign in from a random place,
yeah,
Google sends you a quick message and say, hey, someone's trying to sign in from this IP address or this location. So if you've gone to a hotel or something, you get those messages. So yeah, it's definitely trying to protect you as best it can, but we also have to do what we can to protect ourselves.
Make sure you are who you are.
Yep.
That's what Google wants to know, definitely. So I think it's important too at this time to kind of look at where we are as a school when it comes to
I got the numbers, my friend.
Setting up two-factor. We've been sending out messages at least once a week.
You've been Bouchon. We've seen it.
I
People
have
in the
been
hallway tell me, who's this Bouchon guy sending this email out?
So if you've been getting the email with a bunch of screenshots, that is coming from me. And the expectation, I guess, would be the best word for it, is the 28th of April.
1 week away.
Yes. We want all the staff, not we, but upper admin wants all the staff.
We do too,
and
right?
faculty. Of course we do. Yeah. We want you guys to have that enabled so your information is protected. So, Mr. Poulin is going to go through the numbers as a whole when it comes to our Google protection here at school.
So this is on a faculty level by division. We'll start with Now they had a head start, so we can't really. I mean, good job. Lower school sitting strong at 88%. So not 100%.
Let me pause right there. Did you want to throw? Is it anything that we can throw on the screen, or
we can do that
should
later?
we?
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't want to screw
all
up.
right.
This
So we're not gonna embarrass anybody, right?
beautiful
now.
background.
All right,
I don't want
cool.
to call anybody out or
All right,
anything.
awesome. Sorry.
Who's in
for
the 12%? I don't want to say who that is. I can say it. Oh, no, I won't say it.
Got it.
I will say shout out to Miss Monty for coming by, making sure hers is set up.
Yes.
She was concerned. She came by. She had
Awesome.
some good questions. So as always, we have an open door. So if anybody wants to come by, they're unsure
Awesome.
the reason why they're doing it, or they didn't want to read the email. It's too long.
I
Come by
apologize.
IT. We can help out.
Please do.
All right. Middle school. Actually, let's skip middle school for a second.
Okay.
Upper school. Actually, not as bad as I thought. I'm trying to be more positive in 2023. Actually, I guess the second half of 2023. 75% for upper school.
75%. Wow.
Last time I checked, it wasn't that high. So this one kind of shocked me this morning when I checked it.
We got a round of applause or anything we can throw in there for
Maybe.
that?
Nope, that's the wrong button, Bouchon. What about this one? No,
There
empty.
we go. Like it. Shout out to middle school. No, that was upper school.
Upper school, man.
Oh, you skipped middle
75.
school, so maybe we
Middle
need the
school,
laughter for that.
and we don't shame here. Middle school, they're trying. They're on the right. They're on the right side of the numbers here so far.
Let me guess.
Oh yeah, let's go to number guess. I like
40%.
this. Okay, what do you got, Richard?
I'm gonna go
Morning.
middle school. Yeah, 57%.
Okay, so you guys are both pretty close, man. We're sitting at about 50%,
Oh, okay. So
half and half.
We also have a special guest here with us.
we just walked in.
Who
On the
just
podcast,
walked
didn't
in.
even know he was on a podcast right now.
I'm not going to throw him on the podcast, but we do have a program here to where, well, let me touch on it real quick.
Oh, here we go.
So, you can come to IT to get a loaner if you forgot your computer, your personal computer at home.
Easy with that.
But-
But
the expectation is that you borrow that computer that day and you bring it back the same day.
yep.
If
And
you-
let's put this out there: the laptop loaner is really not supposed to be a thing either. I mean,
It ends
it's
at
an
the end of the school
unofficial.
year, so you got
Fully charged, working, operational computer is part of the requirement here at
That
CDS.
is true.
So,
I'm going to let Mr. Poulin touch on that. And
All right.
Richard, I'm going to help this gentleman. I'll
all
be
right,
right
we're losing
back.
our host here, Richard. It could go off the rails now. Host is leaving. So
Just
yeah,
you and
Chromebook
I.
next year. We will not be the loan for any reason program, as we shouldn't be. Basically, they weren't meant to be this way. So for next year. Things happen. We understand student computers will break, especially on campus while they're here. So that's always going to be something we'll be able to provide if it's something broken. But, we will have a way to communicate that to parents to make sure our parents are aware. And then also that they understand that this is a school device that they'll have to return. But the day-to-day loaners, we're
collateral only.
Yeah,
If you bring in your laptop to charge, we'll hold
Correct.
that yours while you borrow ours.
Yep.
But that's essentially on a daily basis the extent of
Yeah.
what we're able to do.
And I always get, well, my computer doesn't hold a charge. Well, you could bring a charger. There's plenty of outlets in the rooms. So or maybe time to look at a different device. But we are not. We are needing these Chromebooks for other reasons. So we're trying to make sure we have all of those devices back with us and not sitting in someone's bedroom under pillows and blankets and
Exactly.
et cetera. So
Another
Ketchup
paperweight.
stains on it.
yeah, stickers and
know,
seen some stickers.
Fishy stickers and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Definitely.
So we're not trying to be jerks, but we just it's not really the original intention to have these devices. They need them for map testing. They need them for different things. So
Yeah.
we want to make sure we have them available. So
So
Thank you, guys.
go back to the multi-factor with Google.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I've had a couple teachers come based on your email. They're trying to be proactive. They come in and they're asking for help of, let's set up my multi-factor. Lo and behold, we go into their account and they already have it set up.
Yes.
How, for those out there that are wondering, they don't know for certain if they have it set up or not, how do they know if it is set up on their account already or not? Maybe they did it a year and a half ago and completely forgot because it doesn't really ask you to do multi-factor every time if you're in the same place. And
don't get me started talking about tabs and keeping our browsers up. Maybe we hit that a little bit later. But yeah, some people never even leave that Chrome universe and it stays up on their computer and they've
public
never signed
service
out.
announcement, it is okay to do an update and to restart your computer.
Your computer will need a nap once in a while. Give it a nap. Let it take a nap. It will reboot. It'll update some things.
I promise the world will not end.
No. Sometimes your tabs come back too. All 75 of them.
So I don't know if I should throw it on the screen or not. I mean, I can walk through and tell them how, but essentially when you're going into, well, I guess I'll throw it on the screen.
Yeah, throw it up
right?
on the screen. We got
All
this. We got
so
this.
Pardon I utilize Stage Manager.
How do you like that? I've never used it.
I love it, man.
Really?
Rich asked me about it the other day.
Huh.
I tried it.
I tried
when it
it.
first came out. I couldn't. Maybe I need another shot.
Me too.
I'll
I
do
didn't
it.
really understand what I was doing.
I don't use that many apps. I'm always in Chrome, and I
Yeah.
run with Chrome. But
All right. So I'm sure everybody is familiar with this screen. I'm gonna make it bigger. How's it looking? All right. Think
Go
everybody
big or
can
go home,
see.
baby.
We gotta
Come on.
Just make the big screen, man.
There you go.
All right, there we go. So, how to check to see if your two factors turned on. So first, we'll just come over here to manage your Google account. It's probably the easiest way. I like my mic. Am I coming in clear over there?
You are now. You cut out a couple times.
Yeah. All right. Maybe if I slide over a little bit. All right. So what you can do is scroll down to the security tab. And if you go all the way down, it's going to say how you sign into Google. This two-step verification right here, it's going to say on.
look at you from day one.
All right. So that is from day one. Huh? So that is a quick indication that you are good to go.
All right, we'll have to cut out your phone number there because everybody just got your phone number on the screen.
Yeah, we got to cut that out. man.
Well, I'll cut that out
Yeah,
for you.
please cut that out there.
Because next thing you'll be getting, hey, we need toner in this room.
At home.
Yep.
And Google is pretty good about tracking pretty much everything. I mean, you come down, it's looking at the devices that you signed in. Usually you can get, I think, some timestamps on there too, right? Let me see.
Yeah, and the third-party app access is a good one too.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed to admit I have quite a few in there. Being a system administrator, I think my number was like 49 different ones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Had
any
you.
staff member that can top that.
Oh, I have the numbers. I can tell you who it is. Do you want me to tell you who it is?
Yeah, we should have threw yours up here, man. Jeez. So, yes, that's just a quick way to answer your question, Richard. So they would come in and they can, and I think this green badge up here, is this an indication? Is this the same indication that's going on down here?
That's showing you have your protection. You passed the security checkup. So if you have any other reasons why you're not, it would
it'll
give
show
you
you.
some warnings. Let me see what mine looks like. I'm not gonna
Show
put it
a
up there,
red or
but
yellow.
let me see where I'm at here.
Click on my
Well, it looks like you. Yeah, I guess I have the same.
Okay.
Yep.
Add a backup second step.
Yeah, also a good idea. If someone ever does get into your account, you could always set up another email to authenticate too. So if you don't have to go through the more stringent way to recover your account, so someone does get in, you don't have two-factor set up for some reason, and they're poking around in your account, you can, and they've changed your password, then you can recover it
Yeah.
by doing that. So this is always the page that you're on right now, the security
Very good.
section is very good to look through. You can see what phone numbers are attached to your account. You can see 2 steps on. You can see the last time your password was updated.
Yeah.
You can see all that information. You can also see what devices you're currently signed into and sign out of those devices if you don't want that information on there. So if you signed into a computer, a Chromebook, and it's still signed in or something, it'll allow you to go through and see what you've done and basically remove that device. It gives you all that information. So
A quick piggyback on what Jim is saying. Did we already finish the weak and strong passwords for everybody? Lower, middle, and upper? Did we do all those?
I was going to ask you a question, Jim,
Yeah.
about the weak passwords and passwords in general. So along with that policy that we set for the length, do we require them to ever change it at a particular interval?
We don't.
12 months, 6
no,
months?
we could. We could also force any person who's not compliant with the length, which is at 8 characters. So if you've had an older password under 8 and you haven't signed up, you're rocking CDS 1234 with no asterisks or something along those lines. We could go in and enforce these. We have not turned that on. Is that something in the future we might look at? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then also password strength as well. We have quite a few weak passwords, and what constitutes a weak password is something that somebody would be able to, who knows something about you, or even if it's like where you live or anything like that, birthday, something that is deemed very easy for someone outside to guess.
Right.
The word password obviously is not a good one. I'm not sure if it would even let you your name in that. Usually Google won't let you just put your name in there.
Right.
But something with your organization name, anything along those lines, Google will deem that a weak password. It will tell you when you set it up, and it won't force you to not use that in some circumstances, but it will definitely flag it as a weak password. And we do have quite a few, including, we have quite a few student ones, because you can imagine we set up a student password to start with, and then they go in and change it. Some may not change that password.
Yeah.
And then we have some
Say
staff,
9 out of
same
10
thing with
don't
staff.
change it.
Yeah, same with staff too. We set up those, and there are some weak passwords here that we have, and
There are.
we have not hit the button that says enforce password strength or enforce password length, but
We should.
that could be something we do.
Yep. If you're a teacher and you drop off your device and we can guess your password, that's not a good thing. So,
Yeah,
or any faculty.
Like based on the year that you started here, so
Right.
CES Star 2015 or
Right.
something along those lines.
You
might
can
wanna
guess
change
it, you probably want to change it.
Yep. Same thing with your computer password signing into your physical device as well.
Exactly.
We set those up, and if you have any problems, if you're not sure how to change it, please come by IT. We can help fix that for you as well, because kind of important to keep that computer protected.
Yeah, and just to touch on the passwords again, also all of us, I'm sure, have multiple tabs open all the time, and a lot of us are signing in with passwords that are saved in Google to multiple sites. So you can also update those passwords here. If you go down to your saved passwords, it'll show you. If you expand it, you can go to the password checkup, and this is I kind of like to look at it like a health summary of where I'm at with my password strengths. So you're entering your current password. I'm just going to go through and I'll show you what it looks like.
And while he's doing that, we want to go ahead and do a little public service announcement on these multiple tabs and computers open. We touched on it earlier, but it does not hurt as well if you see that red update button in the corner on your computer for Chrome. And we do recommend using Chrome. We have some Safari lovers out there, and I try not to judge them.
Yes.
But hit that update button. It's not going to end the world for you. It's basically going to restart Chrome. If it's been a long, long time, you may need to reinstall Chrome, and that's somewhat tricky, but it's not the end of the world as well. But if you are definitely a multi-tabber, I guess that's the official term, and a non-updater, then make sure you are. That's like rule number one of safety before we even get into the passwords and stuff, because you're running an old operating system that has flaws, and there's a reason why Google deems it needed to be updated. So if they're saying there's a security problem with that version, then you should be updating so you're not.
Yeah, I'd say probably
susceptible to that.
95% of updates that are pushed out from whether Windows, Apple, Google with Chrome, they are security based. That's at least a portion of it. So.
Yep.
Oh, I guess
We lost our customer.
Oh man,
we have to go
Should I chase her down? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll go get her after
get
the episode. Yeah. So just to touch on the password thing again, so it'll show
And if
me.
you do the update real quick in Chrome, honestly, it takes roughly 20 seconds or less.
If that.
And it fixes a lot of problems people don't realize. Like
Right.
it doesn't populate an email, or I can't attach a file. A lot of those basic problems are fixed with that Chrome update. And then the other unknown secret, what else fixes every other problem that we shouldn't probably give this trade secret away.
No, this is you got to keep that.
Let's not
Best,
do that.
IT's best kept secret. You got to hold on to that.
It's our secret weapon.
We can't give that away. So maybe someday we'll break that out. You have to stay tuned for episode 2 through 100 for that one.
Exactly. So yeah, you come in, you can do this. I would say probably if you're going through setting up your two-factor, come look at your passwords as well and see how your passwords look in Google's eyes. So you get the little green check mark, no compromised passwords. Now, even though they're not compromised, which compromised simply means that somebody probably has access to it and they've probably been going through your account, that doesn't mean that I don't have any passwords that probably can be stronger. Because down here, it's telling me that 6 accounts are using a weak password. So I probably need to go in and update those. And then if you expand it more, you can go in and it'll show you what sites are actually using weak passwords. And then you can just simply go in and change that password for that site. So just keep that in mind as well. And what you want essentially is a green check mark where this exclamation is, pretty much. That's the whole goal of it. So.
Yeah, and keep in mind, compromised passwords, sometimes it's not your fault, right? I mean, it's usually the sites alone, they get a breach.
Breaches happen every day.
Yep, exactly. And they're just letting you know, hey, look, your password is part of a a breach, and maybe you want to go ahead and update this, and it's always a good idea to do that.
Yes.
Google alone had a breach in 2021. They lost over 5 million accounts, credentials.
My team almost seems to get breached like every other year. So,
Wow.
yeah,
That happens.
yep.
Big shout out to all the teachers and staff who let us know about any phishing attempts that happened.
Yeah, keep
via
them coming.
email, text message, whatever. They were kind of ramping up a couple of months ago.
Yeah, and we're
Seemed
always
like
happy. I mean, anytime somebody proactively says, "Hey, is this legit? Is this okay?" That means you're paying attention. So
Right.
we're excited about that. And
Exactly.
keep in mind, at some point, we may be sending our own phishing attempts out.
Be ready.
We'll see how those go, just to kind of test you. So it's always good to be alert. We like to see that coming.
Awesome. Oh, we gotta cut that. Yeah, we gotta cut this. All right.
So I guess enough of the boring tech stuff.
what
Let's try
else-
to wrap
what
it
else
up
we
with
got,
something
man?
lighter. What are you guys doing this weekend? Anything
Jeez.
What am I doing this weekend, man? I don't know. Washing the car.
I gotta wash my car.
I might go shoot some
That's a good
basketball,
idea.
man. That's probably what I'll do. I mean, what about you guys?
Richard's got something good. Richard just
I don't have
just
any-
had a baby.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm-
hand clap on the
I
baby,
might-
man.
might-
Hand clap. For the, yes, sir. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 10-week-old at home. Get her out, probably soak in the sun.
Awesome.
Maybe. I was thinking about amateur works, but
I like that.
I know for the hockey fans out there, the Bolts are playing at Amalie on Saturday.
Nice.
So I don't know if that's going to be the right area for a newborn, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to salute that, man. Take a newborn to a hockey game. That's pretty
No,
cool.
no. Just the amateur works in the area.
Oh.
No way. Am I
No.
no way. Not. Maybe a regular season.
Okay,
Playoff, first home playoff? No, that's too much.
How's your sleep schedule going?
Oh,
Yeah, how is that, man?
So it's getting better. I was up at 4:45 this morning.
Sounds about normal.
Got out of the shower about 45 minutes later.
Normal.
Not 30 seconds later, the baby's in my arms.
Yeah.
That's all normal.
Spit up all over. So
I like it.
the usual.
Yeah.
Is it hot enough, Jim, this weekend to jump in the pool?
The pool, I don't know if it's hot enough. It got colder again, so we're looking at 79-ish right now. So depending on, you can jump in it. It's just not,
Yeah.
you got to think about it before you do it. You can't just jump in. So
Oh, I know. The weird thing is 79 in Florida can look different. Some days it could be 79 and humid. Some days it could be 79 and cool. So
Yep.
it's but this morning was kind of warmer than it's been this week a little bit, but still kind of cool. So
yep.
I don't know. But yeah. So we touched on passwords just to kind of sum up what we talked about today. We talked about two-factor. We talked about passwords and how you can update your current passwords to some of your sites.
Talked about some tabs, open
Tabs,
tabs,
open
and
tabs,
some,
updates, making
rebooting
sure you're
that
doing
computer
those
once in a
updates.
while. Give it
Yeah.
a chance to
Yeah.
take a quick little nap there.
I mean, the reboot is magical.
updates.
yeah, reboot is magic. We should get some shirts.
Reboot is
Believe
magical.
in the reboot.
I like it.
IT.
I like it.
Or a simple update.
Yes.
And to be honest, if
Yep.
you
Uh-oh.
see it and it's a red, it's been there probably 2 weeks because it starts green. It's just like the stoplight.
We don't judge, but we just want the best
Just-
for you guys. That's all we're doing.
We're judging right now.
No, we're not judging. We're just
We're
want the best.
informing.
Yeah, exactly.
We have
Yes.
high expectations,
Yes.
and we're wanting them to meet those expectations. So.
All right. Make
I'm
sure you turn that
confident they can
two-factor
do it.
on. Make sure you do that update, please, because that'll solve a lot of issues that you may be running into.
Yep.
Turn on that two-factor. You got 1 week left. And what happens if they get to the 28th?
Good
and
question.
Oh, that's a good question.
They get
You
to
can
the
no longer
28th.
work
and
here. No, I'm just kidding.
They come.
is
I
that the
love
right
it
word?
right there, man. So you get to the 28th. You come in. You try to sign in. What happens?
You can't sign in.
Why?
You're locked out.
So
Right?
you will be locked out
You gotta come. You gotta come visit your friendly IT guys
from the IT.
to get back into
So
your account.
locked out, what does that mean? I won't be able to use my computer? Or I can,
No,
You can
your
use-
email, right?
Okay, email.
Yeah.
So
You just
can't
won't be
get
able to
into
use your
email.
CDS email. Will not be functional until you are enrolled in two-factor.
Okay.
So you will need to come to see us. We'll have to reset your password.
Okay.
While you're here, we'll help you establish that two-factor verification,
Nice.
and you'll be good to go. So I
All
guess
right.
if you want to really just come by IT and visit us,
Yes.
don't do anything.
All right. Now you heard it from the system admin himself. So on the
I wouldn't
28th,
suggest that.
on the 28th, do not try to check that that shared email that was sent out, because if you didn't turn on two-factor,
You won't be in
you
there.
won't be able to get in there.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe not being able to get access to your email. Maybe that's a good thing for some people here.
It might be.
Once in a while. I don't know.
I might be in that pot because I get a lot of emails. But anyway,
All right.
yeah, I think we touched on everything. And any of you guys want to leave any last words to the people out there?
I'm waiting on Richard.
I'm new this year, first school year, but college basketball season did just finish.
No. Here we go.
Shout out to all the graduating seniors and the future owls out there.
Man,
I am
that's
a
funny.
FAU alumnus, so I am proud of my FAU basketball team.
They were doing their thing.
Go
man.
Owls.
Shit.
Do you guys have like a chant, like an owl chant or something? Like
Just
hoot?
Hoot.
Is there a hoot or something?
not so much. You know.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Congrats to all the seniors about to graduate.
Did you drop the
Definitely.
UConn thing? I thought you were going UConn.
Oh
on
no!
that one.
Well,
Oh.
I mean
He was
from
rocking the
there,
jersey the
but
next day, man.
I some days I'm UConn because I'm from Connecticut, but sometimes when you're alum, your alma mater goes that far. It's hits a little different.
Yeah, it's good.
So
They might
I
be in
actually
it
had
for-
2 dogs in the fight, which is nice.
That is nice. I got 0 dogs.
Oh, man.
Yep. UMass alum here. So we haven't been good since 1996 in anything, really.
Hey, but it's okay. You gotta have it once. You get it. One is better than none.
You guys watching any NBA playoffs right now?
If it's Celtics are on, I'll watch a bit.
All right, that's the end of the podcast with the Celtics.
Yeah.
That's-
Laker fan over here.
Yeah, that's the end of
Sorry
the
about your
podcast.
loss. No.
Oh, man.
I usually don't. I'm more of a college basketball fan, but I'll pick up the NBA playoffs.
And carry it on to the finals.
Yeah, conference championships and finals.
I just feel like they go so long. Are they all 7-game series now? They are, right?
I believe so.
See, I like back when they were 5-game series
Baseball
in the
does
beginning.
it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like,
It's like
they're
hockey
playing from now
playoffs.
all the way through. It
Yeah,
feels
June.
now to
yeah.
October.
Father's Day.
I guess hockey's the same way, but
Yeah.
it's just, it's long.
Yeah.
Lightning had a tough loss last night, though.
Oh, man, I didn't catch it.
I saw it was 7-2 when I went to bed. Yeah. What was the final?
I think it was 7-3 or 7-2. I
Oh,
can't
so
remember.
they switched from
Maybe.
game 1 to game 2.
Yeah.
Both 7-3 wins.
All right, gentlemen. Well, I think it is a wrap. Thank everybody for tuning in and watching or listening wherever you heard this podcast at. Please come by your IT office here at Carrollwood Day School. If you have any questions or need any type of support, you can find us. You can send us an email at helpdesk@carrollwooddayschool.org, or you can reach out to Richard, Jim Poulin, or Bouchon Baldwin, or Chris Flynn for any type of support. And it is a wrap. Happy Friday. Happy weekend.
I say, the bridge is over, the bridge is over.